Hello everyone, namaste. Oh my god, so all the effort I put into every video I make baffles me sometimes. Anyways, if you have not watched my last video, go ahead and watch my last video. That's why I dressed up like this for you guys. I am Lovina Emmanuel, a simple Nigerian event hostess, event coordinator and event planner in training. Oops. So what's the difference between being an event hostess and an event usher? What does hostesses or ushers do at an event? Who exactly are hostesses or ushers? What do you have to do to become an event usher or hostess? All this and many more will be handled in this particular video. So hold on, let me get changed and I'll see you guys later. So I'm back and we're about to dive into this video. So who is an event hostess or usher? What is the difference actually? So the major difference between an event usher or hostess is basically that an event hostess, who is the female version of a host, like a female host is called an hostess. So who is most likely the conveyor of any event. They're the ones that address the crowd. Their duties clash, so they are oftentimes referred to ushers too. So ushers can be referred to as hosts, hostesses can be referred to as ushers. So, but for the sake of this particular video, we're referring to them as ushers. An event usher is anyone who is skilled at welcoming guests with a smile. So it's not just about saying you're welcome to an event. There are particular ways, hand gestures, body postures used to welcome guests to every event. They are most times or mostly identified by a certain kind of uniform. They all wear the same kind of uniform. They have name tags that you can mostly see ushers, something like this, or ask me. They have ask me or at your service. The tags usually write ask me, ushers, or at your service, or hostesses, whatever the case may be. So you'll be very easy to identify them. They are beautiful young ladies that smile, usually in heels, at an event to welcome guests. The ones who ensure guest satisfaction. They are familiar with the hall setting, the table tags, if any, because they are the ones who sit guests at their appropriate seats. They ensure that proper procedure is taken to make reservations at any event or any occasion. They help guests locate the restroom or exit in case of emergencies. So the work of an event usher cannot be overrated because they are very important professionals in the event industry. So how do you become an event usher? Especially in Nigeria, it might be very difficult to start up as an event usher. This is because there are a lot of fake agencies, and then it might be difficult to tell which of them is real and which you can actually join. But I'll be giving you guys a few ways you can detect those fake agencies. So one way you can tell is, if I, for instance, work for Coca-Cola, I would most likely want to tag them to my post, right? Or I work for any event planner, I would want to tag them to my post, right? Yeah, so legit agency would post these pictures and then add tags of these brands they've worked for. So I work for Coca-Cola, I would tag Coca-Cola to my picture. But fake ones would not. Fake ones will most likely not tag the brands they work for. Secondly, they ask you to pay before getting jobs. Don't get me wrong, most legit ushering agencies in Nigeria would most likely ask you to pay a registration fee or pay training fee, because they want to train you to be able to work to your standards. That's what the fees for most legit agencies are for. But the fake ones will tell you, you know what, we have a job for so and so event at this that place. You have to pay 10,000 naira for you to get the job. Scam. Or they will tell you to join our agency, we pay 50,000 naira for every job, 10,000 naira for this, but you must pay 5,000 naira. And they don't usually put big money, because they know people that want to do a ushering job are most times students or people that are looking for a source of income and they can do for the meantime. So they know that you might not have 100,000 naira or 50k to pay to join a particular agency. So they'll tell you pay 5,000 naira to join us, so you can be earning 50k per job, which is very ridiculous. And a lot of people fall for these things, but it's wrong. It's not legit. It's scam. Thirdly, one of the ways you can tell if an agency is scam is the way enter your DM. See, no legit ushering agency will enter DM of anybody to tell them come and do ushering job. So take note. So most of these scam pages or scam agencies, they will enter your DM and tell you, see, we like what you do, we feel like you can be a good usher, pay so and so amount, join us. Or some, it's not about even the immediate payment. They will tell you come to this location, this is where the event will be happening, and by the time you get to that location, we've heard a lot of stories like this. They are either stealing their phones or taking their properties. Some are even used for money ritual or kidnapping. There are a lot of incidents that happens like this, so we have to take note as event hostesses or ushers in Nigeria. So that is basically how you can identify. And other ways you can too is meeting people that have been in the industry before you, for them to give you recommendations. So there are a lot of legit event ushering agencies out there, a whole lot. And there's this particular handle on IG. I would be putting their handle in my bio. Kindly check my bio. They recommend legit ushering agencies in Nigeria, so you can always check them out to see for yourself. For one, you must have empathy for people. So I say they don't really like people, or they don't care about what happens. Those I don't care kind of people. They don't care about what happens to somebody, and then you want to go and save. You want to go and do ushering job. It won't work. You have to be able to put yourself in people's shoes at particular times to be able to help them. You must be willing to serve. So it's one thing to say, oh, I don't have money, I want to do a ushering job, and another thing to be willing to serve. So I've been in the industry for a while now, and I have worked with other ushers, and I've noticed one particular trend. They all come and then they're just fixated on the money. Let's get done and let me take my money and let me leave. They come for the job, they dress up. Some are just too over concerned with the pictures they are taking for the job. They have just different priorities other than satisfying the guest's need at that particular event. You see some of them just even slouching. They're not up and doing at an event. At an event usher, you're supposed to be able to look around at the event and see what needs to be done and do it if anybody tells you what to do. Approach guests to ask them what they would like to have, or if they are okay. Like these things that nobody will tell you necessarily to do. But you see some just stand at the corner, just stand. No, now you have to be able to tell when somebody's in need, know people's gesture, know body language. You see a guest that's left out from the event, are not participating in the event, you can always reach out to them and be like, hi ma, hi sir, good afternoon, good morning, good whatever time it is. I hope you're okay. Is this something you want me to do for you? All those things go an extra mile. But we're willing to serve. Ushers are not expected to serve food or drinks at an event. That's why we have servers or waiters. You get, but because your number one priority is to satisfy the guests, you cannot just be standing at a point where you've been assigned to handle a couple of tables around you and they've not eaten, and these servers are taking food and they're passing that table. It is your job to signify to one of the servers and be like, you know what, bring this food over here, these people have not eaten. Or when you see that the workload on the servers are much, please sir, what would you like to eat? Please ma, what would you like to eat? Take their orders and get them the food. Remember, you are satisfying the guests. That is your number one priority. So as event ushers also, you must have this crowd management skill. Yeah, so there are some events you attend, a lot of people are coming to the event at the same time, different intervals, but there are a lot of crowd. Yeah, so and you are expected to take care of these people or serve them. How do you manage this crowd? How do you relate to them? How do you speak to them? Because there's one thing to speak very loud and it doesn't sound or come off as being rude or disrespectful, because you can never be rude or disrespectful. And you cannot speak softly because it's a crowd. Yeah, they must hear you. So there are a lot of things I get a lot of people telling me, asking me, ma, it's just ushering job now, I can do the ushering job, I can serve. And I'm like, it's more than that. You must even be fluent in your English speaking. For Nigeria, our major language is English. Yeah, we have other languages, but the one that is mostly used for communication is English. And then you're not fluent in English, you have difficulties in relating with the guests. How then do you relate with them? So at an event usher, you must be able to speak fluently English or fluently any other language that is spoken within that environment. You're in Yoruba land, for instance, be able to speak Yoruba. And Igbo land, for instance, we'll be able to speak Igbo. But English is our number one language for communication, so English is important. Another thing, I must know how to smile. I get a lot of compliments to my smile. They're like, oh Lavina, your smile is beautiful. I'm like, thank you. You must be smiling at all times. You must have this bubbly energy, because you can only be approachable when you smile. So I want something and I'm seeing two ushers in front of me. Yeah, one is smiling and the other is not smiling. Who would I meet for that thing? It's the one that's smiling, obviously, and that's what they are there to do. So you have to smile. As an event usher, smiling is the number one thing. In short, everything I've said, put smiling in front. You have to smile. You have to smile. So in my next video, I'll be talking about how to go for auditions and how to scale through auditions and make sure you are picked, because audition is just like a process or like an interview where they get to select, agencies get to select which usher or which person is fit to represent their brand at any event. So kindly subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications to get notified when I drop the next video. Thank you.